It was supposed to be a quiet, heartwarming birthday live stream. Just Jimin, a cake, and millions of fans who've waited months to see his smiling face again. But as soon as the Weverse notification appeared, Jimin is live. Armies around the world dropped everything. From Seoul to Sao Paulo, from Jakarta to Los Angeles, fans rushed into the chat room, filling the screen with purple hearts, birthday wishes, and messages of love. Jimin appeared in a simple black hoodie, his face glowing with the soft light of the room. His voice was calm, tender, full of that familiar warmth fans had missed so deeply. He laughed shyly, thanked everyone, and spoke softly about how strange it felt to celebrate another birthday while still serving in the military. But then, something happened. Something no one expected. As Jimin began talking about his BTS brothers, especially how he'd recently reconnected with some of them through letters and short calls, fans noticed a shift in his tone. His eyes sparkled in a way that felt different. And then, just as he started cutting his cake, a faint voice could be heard in the background. IT wasn't clear at first, but it was low, teasing, and unmistakably familiar. Yeah, Park Jimin, don't drop the knife again. The live stream chat exploded. Armies couldn't believe what they heard. That's Jungkook's voice. No way, he's there? Bro moment. Rabbit face front-facing baby chick loudly crying face. Within seconds, social media was on fire. Twitter, X, trended hashtag JiminLive and hashtag Jungkook surprise globally. Clips from the live stream were replayed, slowed down, and analyzed frame by fans who wanted proof. Some insisted it was Jungkook himself, secretly joining Jimin's live to surprise him. Others argued it might have been an old clip or even a staff member mimicking his voice. But the truth? No one knew for sure. What made it so special wasn't just the possibility that Jungkook appeared. It was what it represented. IT was a flash of nostalgia, a reminder of a bond that had shaped an entire generation of fans. Jungkook and Jimin, the Magne duo, the Golden Brothers, the heart of BTS's emotional core, had always shared an unspoken connection. Their chemistry on and off stage was something armies had cherished for years. From their playful arguments on variety shows to their tearful hugs during concerts, the Jungkook-Jimin bond was more than friendship. It was a symbol of comfort, of loyalty, of how BTS became a family, not just a band. When fans thought they heard Jungkook's voice during Jimin's birthday live, it wasn't just a sound, it was a memory revived. IT felt like a promise that even in the middle of military service, even after months of silence, their bond was still unbreakable. As the clip spread across social media, fans begged for answers. Was Jungkook really there? Was it pre-recorded? Or did he secretly join Jimin during his birthday celebration? Within just 2 hours, hashtags like hashtag Jungkook surprise, hashtag JiminLive, and hashtag Jungkook reunion dominated global trends. Armies posted theories, audio analyses, and emotional edits comparing Jungkook's old voice patterns to the sound captured in Jimin's stream. Some fans even slowed the audio to 0.25x, matching the tone, pitch, and laugh to Jungkook's recent clips from his pre-enlistment live. The result? Almost everyone agreed. The voice sounded exactly like him. But HYB? Silent. Completely silent. NO official statement. NO clarification. Just a storm of emotions left hanging in the air. A silence that only deepened the mystery. And in that silence, the fandom spoke louder than ever. The theories were endless. And fascinating point, one of the most popular came from Korean fans on Weverse, that Jungkook had been given a short military leave, allowing him to briefly visit Seoul and surprise Jimin. Another theory suggested that the two might have pre-recorded something together for an upcoming project, possibly a teaser for, are you sure? Season 2. Others believed it was simply a private reunion, a real-life brotherly moment accidentally caught on camera. He wouldn't fake that tone, one army wrote. That teasing voice, that's Jungkook 100%. He always sounds like that when he's being playful with Jimin. And then came the emotional theories, the ones that made fans cry. Many said this was Jungkook's silent way of showing support for Jimin, especially after recent waves of online criticism. IT was as if he was saying, I'm here, Hyung. Don't worry. By the next morning, Jimin's Weverse Live had already crossed 12 million views. Clips of the Jungkook voice moment were shared over 50 million times on TikTok and X combined. Some fans cried. Others laughed. But all agreed on one thing. It felt like BTS was together again, even if just for a second. One Army wrote, "We waited months for something like this." That 1 second of Jungkook's voice reminded me why I became a fan in the first place. Another commented, "No statement needed. We heard him. We felt him." That emotional wave became a collective healing moment, not just for fans, but for BTS supporters who had endured months of silence during the group's military era. This isn't the first time Jungkook and Jimin have surprised fans in unexpected ways, from accidental cameos in each other's live streams before enlistment to voice notes left on fan apps. They've always had a way of showing up when least expected. In early 2023, Jungkook once joined Jimin's Weverse chat under a hidden username, leaving cryptic emojis that fans quickly decoded as "it's him." And during one of Jungkook's Golden Era live streams, he subtly played Jimin's song like crazy in the background, a gesture that fans saw as pure brotherly pride. So, when this latest birthday surprise happened, ARMY knew it wasn't random. It was their pattern, their quiet, unspoken connection that always manages to slip through the cracks of fame and duty. Within 48 hours, the fandom turned the viral clip into a cultural event. Fan artists drew heartwarming sketches of Jimin and Jungkook celebrating with cake. TikTok users reenacted the scene with captions like, "When your bestie shows up uninvited to your birthday live." Even Korean news outlets like Naver and Dispatch picked up the story, calling it a rare spark of warmth amid BTS's military silence. The hashtag #Jimin's Jungkook clip reached 100 million views on TikTok, showing that even a single second of possible interaction could move millions of hearts worldwide. When fans talk about Jimin and Jungkook, they don't just see two idols. They see a brotherhood forged in youth, pain, and growth. They debuted as teenagers. They cried together during sleepless nights. They held hands through failure and victory alike. That's why this moment, real or not, carried weight beyond a mere live stream. It reminded everyone that no matter how long the military break lasts, their bond endures. One Army wrote beautifully on X. "Even silence speaks when it comes to Jimin and Jungkook." That quote went viral, earning nearly 500,000 likes, capturing the soul of what BTS represents to so many: love without words. As October 2025 moves toward its end, the fandom remains in anticipation. Will HYB address it? Probably not. Will Jungkook confirm anything when he's discharged? Maybe. But that's not the point anymore, because sometimes magic doesn't need confirmation. Sometimes a single voice, a single second, is enough to remind millions of fans that the bond of BTS is still alive, still beating, somewhere beyond the cameras. And if this moment truly was Jungkook's voice, then perhaps it wasn't just a surprise. It was a message, a whisper across distance and duty. "I'm still here, Jimina." And for ARMY, that one whisper meant everything.